Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. It is June 2nd. Hope you're well. I'm going to get started with the before market close video. Markets are ripping today, so that is always great to see. But we had some amazing numbers come in with regards to the job report. I'm just going to bring up the Power Group private community here. So yeah, can XRP 100x after the lawsuit ends? Absolutely, it can 100x. Can it go to $50? For sure. Absolutely. Can it go to 100? Absolutely. Can it go to 1,000? I think someday. Obviously, it'd be a while. Could be 5, 10, 20 years, but definitely $1,000 is, as we know, it was designed for a $10,000 price point. So if Bitcoin can go from $0 to $1 to $70,000 and projected to go to $500,000 or potentially $1 million per coin, then surely XRP can go to $1,000 or $10,000. Obviously, the supply dynamics there are quite a bit different, but something that we have to keep in mind as well is what if Ripple's escrow gets burned and they no longer are able to dump that on the market? If that gets burned, and that's going to cut the supply essentially in half. So that would be something to factor in as well. But SPY weekly bull flag target of 439, only about 2.7% away now, I believe. We'll bring that up here in a moment. But technical analysis doesn't always work. But in this instance, it was bang on. We were looking for the weekly bull flag and target of 439. And here we are. Everybody expected the debt ceiling to be reached, a deal to be reached, and that's exactly what happened. So the May jobs report absolutely destroyed 339,000 gain in May versus, I think it was only like 100 and, what did they expect, 199 or something like that? Yeah, it was 190,000, and it came in at 339,000. So massive beat there, and markets right now are ripping, which is great to see. And then we had the Senate passing the debt ceiling before the default here in a few days. So markets obviously liking that. We're back in greed mode. Don't be surprised though if we do start to pull back, but like I said, we are targeting about 439 here on the S&P 500. What else came through? There's something here. So crypto bill for Republicans lay out clear roles for SEC and CFTC. So we should see, in my opinion, we could see Gary Gensler lose his chairman role, and we could see that him fired or removed from the SEC, and then they're going to get rid of that chairman role, and then yeah, that would be bullish for the rest of the sector, as we know they've been taking this, choke point 2.0 and stance of by enforcement, right? Regulating by enforcement. So that would obviously be a huge step in the right direction and a momentum shift in this regulatory capture that we're going through right now. But at the moment, you can see everything is ripping to higher highs, and XRP is knocking on the door of 53 cents. Could $1 be in the cards soon? Absolutely. We've got until June 13th until the Hinman emails are to be released. There's a lot of speculation that this thing is over, that we're just waiting a verdict from the judge. It could happen, in my opinion, at any point here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see whether or not they come to a settlement. It could be a post-judgment settlement as well. And there's been also Ripple gearing up for a potential roadshow with regards to an IPO, which, you know, the fact that all these Wall Street banks and institutions, pretty much every institution on Wall Street is gearing up to invest in Ripple's IPO, could be the biggest IPO in history. And in my opinion, Ripple's going to be the biggest company, not financial company. They're going to be the biggest company on the face of the planet, in my opinion. Very exciting times. Can't wait to get accredited so I can buy some Ripple equity, or until it goes into an IPO and I can actually buy the stock. So hopefully I can get accredited first. Very close. I'm about halfway to being an accredited investor. So if I can just get over that halfway, and XRP, if we can get XRP to like $10-15, then I'd pretty much be at accredited status. So that's my goal right now. But we'll take a look at Bitcoin here at the moment. So on the daily time frame, we were daily consolidation mode, and here we are at the high of yesterday, trying to get the daily bounce underway. We did lose the daily uptrend. We were in a downtrend with a lower high and lower low, and now we're just looking for a higher low and a higher high to get back into a daily uptrend to indicate that our weekly high or low is set. But it is a potential weekly bear flag, it looks like. It was a weekly bull flag and then a potential bear flag. No, it actually bounced. I mentioned that on the last stream, I think. So it actually, if you ignore those wicks, that could have just been scam wicks and bear traps, right? So if you ignore those wicks, generally I don't do that, but you can see here it's three wicks, almost 4 wicks actually, but 3 notable wicks here right off that 0.32 fib there at 26,556. So the fact that that's holding is looking really good. And the weekly bull flag target was targeting about 37,000, and SPY was targeting 439, as I mentioned. So the fact that SPY is confirming it, we got the debt deal reached, crushing jobs, that does increase the odds though of interest rates. So that's probably why, like they're probably going to raise again. So that's probably why Bitcoin isn't rising, because it doesn't like that, right? But yeah, we're ripping here at the moment. Bitcoin is lagging, but we'll see. We got about 20 minutes left in the day, so we'll see if we can get some runway here into the weekend. If markets do tend to, if they do close strong, then we could see some massive moves into the weekend for crypto, in my opinion. LBC code HEX leading the decline today. On the bull list, we have NDA, QKC, and Filecoin. Let's take a quick peek at XRP, our favorite coin. And things are getting interesting. Take a look at this. It's right on the door of resistance here. It's entirely possible that we get rejected, we come back down, we test, 37 cents, maybe even see a lower wick like this below support, maybe come down, test that low 30s cent mark. But we are right at resistance now, and all we need is some sort of verdict in this case to deem XRP not a security in secondary markets. Personally, I think it's going to be a split the baby approach. They're going to, the judge is going to fine Ripple for early sales of XRP being that being deemed a security, but the underlying asset itself, XRP, not a security. Ripple also has Ripple shares, which are securities, right? You're buying governance rights, you're buying a piece of Ripple, the company, and when you buy that, there's an investment contract. You have governing rights, right? When it comes to a decision or a proxy or things like that, you have a vote, you have a say, right? Just like in MJ companies and Apple, if Apple does a reverse split or something like that, it needs to get shareholder approval or all that stuff. So you'll have governing rights, and that's what's going to make it a security. Is Ripple equity. But XRP, a monkey could figure out it's never the underlying asset that's the security, unless it's Apple stock or something like that, right? If Apple goes away, Apple stock goes away. Apple stock doesn't continue to trade in the free and open markets if the company goes away. If Ripple goes away, XRP, the decentralized virtual currency, continues to trade, right? Look at the LBC token in the Library case. Library went bankrupt, but the LBC token lives on, right? So it could not be more obvious. But I am very, very hopeful. I think that we could see one more flush, though, potentially in XRP before we get the massive move. We're going to shake people out more than likely. Maybe low 30 cents, maybe even a dip below 30 cents. Go get some stop losses, and then we rocket up to probably new all-time highs. And then Ripple's going to IPO. All these institutional investors, hedge funds will have to add it back. We're talking hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. I can easily see XRP hitting the $11 to $13 mark in the next run. And just like Bitcoin and Ethereum have done, we have our 4.618 extension there at 1370. So again, if Bitcoin can do it, Bitcoin can get to its extension there. It got to its 3.618, a little bit beyond that, very close to its 4.618. And then if we take a look at Ethereum came very, very close as well. So it got to its 3.618, not too far away from its 4.618, but even if just XRP gets to the 3.618 fib extension, that's looking at a move up to $10.75. So it's looking really good. So SPY right at the high of the day. This is great to see. The high of the day is 428.74. We're sitting at 428.29. Weekly bull flag target, like I said, 439 looks to be in play. And on the monthly time frame, like I said, I've been mentioning for a while now that I expected us to deviate from this .com fractal, but ultimately trend back towards it later on. But because of how similar it is to the .com, the only thing difference is we didn't have trillions and trillions of dollars being printed by the Fed, right? Money printer go burr, artificially printing up and manipulating the market. And also the Fed banned themselves from owning stocks here because a monkey figured out that was a bad idea. And then Congress, the people who make the laws, somehow are able to still own stocks, right? But yet the people in the Federal Reserve can't. You think it'd be the other way around. You think Congress would be banned first. So is Congress going to want to be greedy and sell at a new all-time high, just like the Fed? Or are they going to want to sell here? Or are they going to want to sell here? Are they going to want to sell here? I would wager a guess that they're probably going to want to sell somewhere where the Fed sold or higher. I would say probably higher because they're greedy and they're crooks and they should be behind bars. But that's why I expected us to deviate from that, because Congress has still hasn't been banned from owning stocks. So we should see, in my opinion, a face ripper of a rally. And then if we see pausing of interest rates, that could give us our final leg up, and then Congress being banned from owning stocks leading into the fall, and then September, October, and then we start our descent and probably the worst market crash in history. So be prepared for all scenarios, up, down, sideways. Be prepared for everyone. The dollar, so we're still watching for this monthly downtrend confirmation continuation and the monthly bear flag, and all about 100.78 support. If you lose that, we confirm the monthly bear flag and downtrend, and we're targeting about 93. So it's looking really good. Gold losing 1950. I said that we'd more than likely trend back to around 1900, and I have a head and shoulders target of around 1856. And here we are dipping, getting a little bit weaker as well. And here we are at the low of the month. So testing that support there at 1932, and I expected probably around 1900. Maybe a flush there, like I said, to get that 1850s target. In terms of individual names on the day today, we have Riot, GDX, and NVDA leading the decline today. And on the bull list, we have JMIA, DDD, and WNW. Tesla getting interesting, 214. We are dollars away. Oh, never mind. 217.27 was the high, and we hit 217.65 was resistance. So we're basically double topping right now. 217.25. We are very close to confirming a monthly uptrend with a higher low and higher high. So if we can break above 217.65 with conviction, we have a lack of resistance all the way up to 314.67. So from that resistance, we have a lack of monthly resistance for another 44%. This is looking good. I think we could see some massive rallies, but again, we're right at resistance. We're potentially seeing a double top. We could see a cool down session just when everybody starts to get bullish. Right, it's just a little too easy at the moment, but we'll just continue to monitor it day by day. It just seems like a little too easy of a play right now to go long, especially when you're at resistance. As we know, usually when we're at resistance, you want to go short, and support, you want to go long, right? So now is where I start being cautious, where things could start to go the other way, and be prepared for some sort of surprise, right? And look at this, no support all the way down to 178. So Tesla could easily drop 17% and still be in a daily uptrend. Actually, we had a higher low right here, a brief higher low. Never mind, sorry about that. 195.12. So we could easily pull back about 9% and still be looking for a daily higher low and still in a daily uptrend. Canadian MJ. Love. Back under $1, down over 13. Whoa! Look at that wick, down to 80 cents. Are you kidding me? Whoa! 30% in 3 days. 2 days, really. So I said that we needed to be careful. No entries around here, and then sure enough, dipped 30% in 2 days. So we were heavily overbought. We had no support on the daily time frame all the way down to 75 cents, and then that's what happens when we have no support. When you start daily consolidation, dropped all the way down to 80 cents, but look at that massive bounce there off 80 cents. That would have been the time to start adding there, right? Look, usually after a monster move in the daily, you want to look for hourly oversold, and I bet you we were getting close to hourly overs. Yeah, we would have hit hourly oversold with that lower wick. We didn't print hourly oversold because of the wick, but that would have been an hourly oversold and a massive bounce opportunity. It goes to show you that MJ is just volatile as hell. Fire and Flower, IMCC leading the decline. On the bull list, we have PCLO, WIB, and DB. There's a new lawsuit out with Tilray. I just posted that as well. The good news just keeps on coming. A lot of speculation, though, that XRP ready for another leg up. Absolutely. Elon Musk new tweet finds response from XRP Army. What a moron, though. Like, I mean, obviously he's smart, but like, how do you not? You love X, everything's X in your life, and you haven't like said anything about XRP. He's probably under NDA or something. Probably helped create it. But yeah, it's just kind of foolish when you think about it. But yeah, Tilray's withdrawal from Bob Marley licensing deal triggers lawsuit. And then he was complaining about, yeah, and there's speculation that they could win this, but just not. Just the good news just keeps coming in. But yeah, Elon Musk saying he was looking for payments for Tesla, and that Bitcoin was too slow and energy intensive. Well, XRP is the greenest of them all, pretty much, and it's built for payments. It's just like, give your head a shake, dude. Man, what a farce. Anyway, the truth will come out eventually. So USMJ on the bull list, bear list, we have MedMen, BAM, and AYR leading the decline, and on the bull list, LOWL, CXXI, and CWeb. Let's take a look in on MSOS. MSOS, again, daily consolidation today, so we're just not participating in the broader market action. Look at SPY, like SPY's up 1.4%, breaking the high of yesterday. 1.4% higher than the day before. So generally, we want, rule of thumb, it could be 3 or 4 times higher, right? So we should see, we should see somewhere around 3 to 5%. We should see somewhere around 5 to 6% on most names, individual names, and MSOS down, well, flat now, but daily consolidation just going against the grain here. So it's just not following the broader market. So this isn't looking good right now for MJ. Yeah, we're still holding this, and it is a daily head and shoulders. The left shoulder, head, right shoulder, not the most clear, but daily uptrend still remains intact as long as 533 holds. So again, not a bad idea for an entry here with a stop loss below $5 and start to scale in, looking for a bottom there. So we'll see. We are reversing course here with about 10 minutes left in the day. Been pretty quiet, not seeing any ticker requests today. QQQ looks like a daily bull flag. Yep. Confirming today, so we did confirm the bull flag today. We take the measured move here. And on QQQ, we are targeting about 370s. So yeah, the market looks like it just wants to keep on ripping. All right, going to end it there. It's been an exciting day, obviously. Markets continue to rip higher. Love to see it. And we've been expecting this for a month now with the weekly bull flag technical analysis that we were looking at for several weeks. And it pays dividends sometimes. Not always the holy grail. Doesn't always play out to exact T. It's just odds and probabilities. And in this instance, it was great to have the odds in our favor and know what a weekly bull flag was, targeting 439 on SPY. All right, going to end it there. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. We'll talk to everybody in the chat room a little bit.